everybody? We are back and we are live here to talk NFL division playoffs. We missed last week, but we were back and coming in hot. If you were following our Twitter, you went 3 for 3 this weekend. So coming off a heater, we hope to continue that luck. Brendan, how we doing?
Doing great, man. Ready to talk some ball. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's talk shop. So the G-Men go to Philly, take on the Eagles. We love the G-Men. The G-Men made us a lot of money this weekend. I love Brian Daboll. I think he's coach of the year. He deserves it. Probably won't get it.
I think he is. I think he deserves it too.
I do. I mean, come on. Let's be real. He took a little steaming pile of garbage and brought him into the second round of the playoffs. And a lot of people are picking the Giants to win. Crazy enough. So we may see some upsets, but the line opened at 7.5 and it's staying at 7.5. Eagles 7.5. How do you feel about this game? How do you feel about the spread?
I think the Giants' road ends here, and I think the Eagles win comfortably, but not by a lot. Like it seems like they're up by a lot, but they'll only win by like 10. I like minus 7.5. To be honest,
dude. When the only problem is when I see 7.5 spreads, that it's like it feels like a hook, you know.
Yeah, they're destined to only win by 7. Destined.
Yeah, but see on the flip side, I know there's probably a ton of people looking at their sports book and I'm like, Giants 7.5. That's a lock. You know, they can definitely lose by 7. They can lose by 3. Like. Mm-hmm. Come on. But then that's a hook spread, and then everybody is buying in on the Giants, and all of a sudden the Eagles win by 10 or 14 or 17. So that's kind of what it feels like, in all honesty. And if so, it's looking like that. It's looking like a hook spread. I think 61% of the bets are on the Giants. 78% of the money, 78% of the handle is on the Giants. So big money on Giants, and it's not moving. It's a hook spread.
I think the Eagles are going to return to their midseason form this game just to get upset by the 49ers in the next round.
Oh, you think we'll talk about Big Cock Brock here in a second. We'll talk about Big Cock Brock here in a second. He's not as good as everybody thinks he is.
Oh, shut up.
He's good enough. But he's not as good as everybody thinks.
All you have to do is be good enough to play under Shanahan. All you have to do is be good enough.
All you have to do is be good enough to go and lose in the NFC Championship round. Watch, rinse, repeat. Anyway, I digress. It feels like a hook spread. I agree with you. I'm actually on Eagles 7.5. It's not going to budge because all the money is coming in on the Giants.
Oh, yeah.
So
they're loving that.
I think sports books are licking their chops. I mean, it's 7.5 really on every single sports book, and it's not moving. So, with that being said, strictly avoiding, not even looking into the matchup, as a sports bettor, I see a hook line, all the money coming in on the Giants, and the line not moving on any single sports book. What do you have to do? Take the Eagles. Got 7.5. Or you can buy the points. Buy the half a point, buy the full point.
Get out of here.
Or you take the halftime spread.
What is it?
The halftime spread, I haven't even looked, but...
Like 4.5 or something?
It's probably like 4.5, 5.5 if I really had to guess. But it's really kind of indicative of how the books think this game's going to go. On DraftKings, it looks like the halftime spread is 4.5 for the Eagles.
I'm so smart.
You are. You've done this a couple times. Huh?
I've done it a few times.
So, that's what it's looking like. And then, matchup speaking, one of the biggest indicators of it. So, in statistics, and when you model games and you simulate games, one of the most important variables and matchups that weigh the outcomes of the game are offensive line and defensive line matchups and vice versa. So, I think the Eagles obviously have one of the best offensive lines. They had a week to rest, get healthy. They have a really good defensive line now that they traded for everybody and added off the free agency. Jordan Davis is fully healthy. He got rest. So, I mean, this could be a total domination, you know?
I really think that they're going to handle them pretty easily.
You know what this reminds me of is like, I think this could go like what we saw when the Vikings went to Lincoln Financial Field in Philly
They
in
got
prime time. They
railed.
got their ass beat.
They got railed.
That's what it reminds me of, you know? It's giving me these vibes. Everybody's like, oh, Vikings are going to cover this big spread, you know? They're on like a 4-game win streak, and then they just get their shit rocked.
Hey, rest in peace to the fake Vikings, man.
I know it makes me so sad because, you know, we were riding them. I mean, I had a couple futures tickets on them that they cashed, but then I was like, oh my gosh, they really are frauds. I think the game when they got beat by 40 against the Cowboys, I was like, yeah, this team ain't it. Chief called, Vikings ain't it.
Yeah.
So that was bad and embarrassing for everybody. So I think it's time for Kirk to go. Love the guy, but it's time for him to go.
It's the defense, man. Kirk's fine. Kirk's got TJ. He's got Dalvin Cook. He's got Justin Jefferson, old Adam Thielen, and I think an up-and-comer and KJ Osborne.
He should be doing more with that offense. Let's be real. Come on.
All right, whatever. All right, give me a prop for this game. I've got one.
Okay, hit me.
Whatever Miles Sanders' rushing total is over.
I can see that. Let's check it out. Miles Sanders, the best line you can
60?
get. 62.5 on Caesars.
I like over.
Yeah.
They're going to ETR. They're going to, well, I don't know. They might pass to run, you know, because they have opened it up a lot with Sirianni. They might pass to run, but I still like Miles. If Miles carries, especially if the game goes like we think and they get up, if Miles gets 15 carries, he's going to go over 62 yards. If he gets 12 carries, he probably still goes over.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Big Miles.
You know who's quietly having one of the best seasons of their career?
Devontae Smith. He's awesome.
Over 4.5 receptions.
Oh!
Come on.
What is that, like minus 130?
No, it's minus 120. Come on, that's good EV. You would think by like...
It's good EV.
It is.
It's 4.5?
4.5 on Caesars. That's a good one.
Okay, that's a good one.
That's a good one. You know, and I like that one a lot.
It's funny about him because he'll go an entire half without catching the ball, and he'll catch 3 on one drive. It's really funny how it works.
Okay. You know, first touchdown, who do you think it's going to be? Without even thinking about the odds, whatever, who do you think is going to catch the first touchdown or run the first touchdown?
I would definitely think. I'm normally not wrong with which team scores first. I think the Eagles score first.
I do too.
I am going to go with A.J. Brown.
Okay. I like that. In my personal opinion, I think it's going to be one of those situations where they march down the field and, you know,
Hurts goes.
It's like, yeah, exactly. I think it's going to be like a read option pull or like get up there. They have 2 running backs right behind Hurts and they QB sneak it right into the end zone.
To show that he's back and healthy?
Pretty much, yeah. I think they're going to whip their I think they're going to whip their wieners out on this one. So, but yeah, hey, like we said, hook line 7.5. It's 7.5 on all books, even though 80% of the money is on Giants. What? Come on,
that's crazy. That's actually crazy.
This is one of those bets where I'm like, even if it doesn't hit, I am fine with the fact that I took it because I went through the due diligence of taking what I should have taken. So Eagles 7.5. Love that pick. Real quick, over under 46.5. Snap reaction. What do you think?
Over. I don't know why I just said that. Over.
Well, I mean, you know, it kind of feels like this game is like really dependent on if the Giants can score and make that 46.5. Because
that's true. That's true.
You know, it could be like a 35-10.
I like the Eagles to score over 30. I think they can easily get 31.
Yeah.
But then we would need 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
Now, in some books, like it's a full like 2-point difference. Like you can get it at 48.5. So if it's 48.5, I feel like the under is going to hit.
Yeah, I don't think the Giants will score enough for that.
But similar to the what we said with the Chiefs and Jags game, playoff game instance, divisional rivalry, and the Giants really don't even score over like 21 ever. It feels like
they scored like 21 exactly for like 5 games straight or something like that. It was
yeah, so
they were average like 20 on the dot. But interesting enough, I actually think that the Giants are going to be able to score a little bit. And it's just strictly because of Dayball and because what he's managed to do with Daniel Jones and all the opportunities he opens for him. And at this point, they're underdogs. They're not expected to win. They have to go on the road. And it's the playoffs, man. It's one and done. So I think they're going to pull some shit out of their ass and maybe put up a few points.
Yeah.
Maybe some trick play action.
You know, and now that you talk about it, like I don't feel like the Eagles are going to score any less than 24.
No.
So, you know, if you're onto that thing and if you personally think the Giants are going to be able to score points, then the over is the play.
Oh, what's the Eagles' total points? Is it 24? It might be like 28, maybe.
I would have to look more into it.
It's whatever the spread is. So it's like whatever the difference of 8.5 is and 46.
Quick math.
I don't know. I'm not good at math.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be.
You're supposed to be good at math.
But I just got off work, so I'm fried. Come on. Team totals.
It's be 28-20.
Okay, Giants, 19.5. Eagles, 28.5.
Wow. Math. 28.5. That's actually difficult for me to pull a trigger on. If it was 27.5, I'd pull a trigger all day.
Yeah, point, man.
Yeah, I still think that they're going to score at 31 at least.
Okay, that's fair. All right, well, fun game. You guys heard the